Right? Yeah. What the hell? It kicked us off. It's on
We're
now,
live
right?
again.
All right. I'm about to add that
Technical
to.
I mean, I wouldn't
difficulties again.
because I've been getting some interesting attempts to compromise my devices,
Yeah.
listening to certain things. Have you been having a lot of that?
Well, my phone always shows the green light when it's not supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It always shows. You know, if you have Apple phone or do you have Samsung?
Yeah.
You have Apple. Well, Samsung. See, the difference is when we are on camera, there's a green dot that comes at the top of our screen that notifies us that our camera's active and our mic. Well, I've been getting that
Yeah, it
notification.
happens here too.
Yeah.
And so I'm always using voice text, right? And then all of a
Okay.
sudden
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
go these huge periods where I can't use any voice text.
Mm.
And it's not during a phone call. Like, fuck, and I see the green light on.
You think it's also part of the whole scam that, you know, they want you to keep, you know, repurchasing the same device, and we have like a shelf life of longevity for each device is like 2 to 4
Oh,
years.
that's
So the
definitely
update
built into it.
scam. Yeah, absolutely. The update scam. If
Planned
you know, you know.
obsolescence.
Yes, planned obsolescence.
Well, not only that, we had 3 laptops that we went through before we got this stuff to work correctly.
Oh yeah.
You should see the
we
way
was
we
getting
were
hit with
stopped.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, they were trying to stop this.
Terrifying about what all of our laptop shit, all of our computers since the 90s, right?
Mhm.
And all of our federal office buildings, all of your life insurance companies, in all them office buildings, from the 90s on to where when they, you know, started using the internet, every single computer that got replaced
Mhm.
didn't get thrown away. What happened was, dude, they shipped all of them in full to China. And
Right.
China said they were going to melt everything down.
Oh,
and
for the
recycle
gold.
it. Yeah, no, they didn't do that shit first. What they did was they copied the information on every single American citizen.
You mean like an espionage type situation?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
they're spying, like the data?
And what's fucked up, though, is that, all right, here's the thing. Okay, China might be good at, like, its reach, as in there's a billion fuckers, all right? But their intelligence, like, apparatus for espionage, intelligence gathering,
Mhm.
they're not good at human intelligence. They're only good at signals shit, which is stealing shit, recording shit, right?
Yeah.
But once they have that information, they have no idea what to do with it.
Yeah, you need a mic so bad, bro. It's like you keep breaking up.
It's choppy.
Yeah, it's so
like,
choppy.
It's picking up.
All right,
his voice.
Is your mic hole that's on the yeah, speak closer or get centered
Yeah,
to
my
it?
bad. All right.
Yeah.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna log out. I'm gonna change the size of the screen.
Uh-huh.
Or no,
You don't have to log out. Yeah, you're cool there. When you move closer to
Right.
it, you're too far away from the mic when you talk. So
damn, dude.
yeah, that's
Fuck
why
Apple.
it's best to have. I know.
They've got those little Apple microphones that plug
Yeah.
in.
I might have
to
to
it
mail
and it just
you one
clips
or
on your
something.
lapel.
Don't we have
Dude.
one?
Dude,
Yeah, it's when you're
Apple
closer
is
to it. There's no
the
breaking
Apple,
up, bro.
dude.
Yeah, we know this. We know
You know
this.
that. All right, but you know how they started like getting away with shipping people like me?
Yeah. How?
Okay, so the government's not allowed to do that shit.
Right.
Okay,
Allegedly.
they fucking ground a tooth all the way down to turn.
Oh yeah, I saw that video
that
you
into a
showed.
secret compartment.
Don't you have
Right?
it for cyanide and stuff like that?
No,
That's
no,
all.
no.
That's all propaganda.
Okay, well, no. Actually, the Soviets,
Okay.
they would
Talk to
put a cyanide capsule right here,
Uh-huh.
and the North Koreans, they keep a cyanide capsule up their asses.
Really? How do you know that? I'm messing with you.
Well,
obviously.
my dad was the liaison officer to Republic of Korea counterintelligence.
Okay.
So every person that ever crossed the DMZ from North to South Korea, if they're an infiltrator or defector or whatever the fuck,
Mhm.
he was the last stop. And he's a white dude. Yeah. And he told me the best way to deal with it is to kill them with kindness.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't understand that back then, but I
Yeah.
had no idea what he was talking about. But
Kill them with
these
kindness.
people are so convinced that they're going to need to kill themselves because they're told all these crazy stories
Mhm.
that, you know, I mean, all the enemies do that. For me, oh no, we just get left for dead. So it's different. Like they
Hey, I saw you.
I don't know anybody that's been given a fucking suicide pill.
Right.
All right.
I hear that.
Say I had narcotics, but like that's not to say I didn't have contingencies. Like, okay, I would take 2 frags because only frags because if I use like thermite or something, I'm trying to set myself on fire. But I would have them with a spoon hanging out on the other side of my pistol belt, so the grenade was on the inside of my pant leg. And the idea was like if I was ever wounded bad enough to where these fuckers are dragging me into their custody, I'm gonna pull each pin, and when they drag the body, the movement would cause the grenade to go down my pant leg. I have 2 fall out. If one doesn't fall loose, the other one will, and it will just take us all to hell.
Like I'm running for my life. Like when you told that story about the dude who came up with the mortar, the girl that came up with the mortar.
Dude, yeah.
Have you? I saw you made a video about Tammy. Has she reached out to you or no? That was just you talking about how she's still missing.
She's still missing.
She's still missing, right? Is it true that she's the only company doing what she's doing, or the only nonprofit?
Well, the last conversations I had with her, she, was like pretty clear that she thought that, her number was coming up.
Yeah. What was her last name again? Tammy. Stefano. Yes. Everybody screamed the name. I made a video about her. I need to do it on my backup though.
Shit, yeah. And tell them to go Google up, research looking into the National Safe Child Coalition.
National Safe Child Coalition. Google that.
Yeah.
You hear that? National Safe Child Coalition. Tammy Stefano.
There's an interview done by Oliver Stone's son, and that's on YouTube.
What's up with didn't you say a celebrity just reached out to you in DMs or something like that?
Yeah, for real.
Who was that again? Which one?
Well, let me check.
I think you
I don't remember.
messaged me who it was.
Oh, no. Okay, so there's
Natalie Portman. Yeah.
Yeah, her real name.
Oh, really?
Is Portman.
Okay.
It's
what?
It's Israeli.
Okay. Yeah. Be careful.
And
no guidelines.
I can send you a screenshot, but
yeah, I don't ever show our screenshots, by the way.
Yeah,
I don't ever do that.
Okay,
except for the Tammy Stefano one I used.
Yeah,
that's different. Yeah.
That one's important, but
right. Yeah, when you said Natalie Portman, what do you think? I know it's bugging you out, but you are in California because I'll say you're a liaison. You're in California, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're a liaison. We'll say that for entertainment purposes only. You're in the mix with some of these people, or you go around them, right?
Not in a professional capacity.
Okay.
But now I want it to be in a professional capacity, and I've been given an opportunity to like be an advisor. But
okay.
The thing is okay, first of all, like I want to get into it, but I don't want to have anything to do with any like my cousin or people that have that are in the Screen Actors Guild and shit.
Yeah.
And then I have other friends that like are trying to take acting hella seriously, and one of them he hella does. He's in a lot of movies, but he's fucking sucks, dude. And, like,
this is recorded.
And we all see it. We all like, and
he sucks. Then, you just don't have the heart to tell him.
It's just like it's painful, dude.
Bro, I can act, man. If I ever get a chance, I can.
Well,
act.
I want to make an independent thing. I was supposed to be a musician.
What was your instrument of choice?
It's a tie, but like guitar, piano. But
okay, yeah, I see you play the guitar a lot, actually.
But I sang in a band when I was in school, but
you
back
sang?
then it was like we were popular. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
we're
my
old.
boy's dad produced the Beach Boys, and
Yeah.
Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix, all that
Hanson.
shit.
Do up, dop,
Oh,
dop,
dude.
do up, diddy dop, dop.
I did covers of like Brother Lynn, fucking like Biggie Smalls and shit.
Yeah, I was out in the hood. I'm sorry. I was
Mobb Deep
Tribe
and
Called
Two-Store
Quest.
covers.
Yeah, I was into like Far Side, DMX, Tupac. I was a
Yeah.
big Pac fan, bro. You know what I
Dude,
mean?
that
93 till infinity. All the classics. Tribe Called Quest was the shit, though. Naughty by Nature,
Yeah.
Coolio. Remember 90s
Yeah.
rap? 90s rap was
90s rap
iconic.
was real rap.
Yes. Yes, even the gangster rap
And-
back then was great,
And
bro. It
now
was
it's
different.
all like this
I was thinking about that the other day.
degraded, you know. No one wants to really listen to any of these mumble rappers.
Yeah.
It's like
I
commercials
like
for
Cardi. I ain't
pharmaceutical
gonna lie. I like Cardi. Playboy Cardi. I like his beats, man. Like the song Molly, Location. Location's such a great song. But I don't agree with
Yeah.
him. I don't agree with a lot of these.
we
new
gotta
rappers.
get him to like, stop with the whole ritual.
Yeah, yes, he's very ritualistic. That's the only thing. A lot of them are, bro. Man, just like the KFC commercial. You ain't seen that KFC commercial basically telling us we're eating human, bro? Come on, bro. Like, I'm worried. I love Canes. He introduced me to Raising Canes. And if none of y'all ever had Raising Canes, bro, don't do it. Don't do it. It's crack.
Hey, I gotta tell you, you're gonna start seeing a lot more of these fast food companies condoning the spread of these rumors that are based in reality.
Really? Oh, that's interesting. That's funny
And the
you
reason
said that.
being is they're being paid
Wow.
by the same people who want you to eat bugs.
Well, yeah, Rabbi Finkelstein. Remember that whole interview when he talked about how McDonald's is his biggest contributor to the fetal? I got to be careful.
Yep.
But you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, they've been telling us, bro. And we could do the math. Out of all the cows, out of all the chickens, there's not that much meat to be feeding, bro. Supermarkets,
It's a
fast
mixture of
food,
both, right? Check it out.
restaurants.
Because I was asking people, like, think about this. Milk is cheaper than water.
Facts. That's
much, all right?
crazy. That's
And those are just
crazy.
dairy cows. All right. Now, if you fucking drive down I-5 in the middle of nowhere in California, you're gonna see this haze, and that haze is a city made out of cow that has more people than LA does.
What?
Yeah. Now, those cows, I joked around. I call it Doc Cow. you know,
Okay.
The Holocaust joke.
Chocolate cow.
Like, but see, those cows are being fed
Right.
other cows and shit. Now,
Yeah.
that's how mad cow disease started.
Oh, that is weird. You're right. You're right about that. But didn't they also put something in their grain in their food to stop the spores that, we all know mushrooms come from cow shit. Like, if you don't know,
Yeah.
sorry you found that out here, your reality's crumbled. But they started putting the feed into those cows, or
The
the
mRNA
raised.
shit.
Yeah, careful. Be careful.
Yeah.
Allegedly, I'm not trying to get kicked from YouTube, bro.
You know what set the stage for that?
What?
When Biden took office, the first thing he did was kill or unalive, cull off millions of cows so that we could start importing our beef from Brazil, which, no offense, is one of the most diseased places on earth.
Yes, that's funny you said that. Also, if you know Russia, Putin, you know how, because Putin's been so sanctioned by the United States, that's why they create their own clothes and all that. They've paid American cattle herders to go over there and to teach their people how to farm, raise cows and beef.
Oh yeah.
And
if you want to be very wealthy and powerful, and the last 20 years, go to Russia as an American.
Yeah, bro. Listen, there's some people on TikTok that are Americans that moved to Russia. And
I won't do it.
Listen, I understand
right
that
because like
I saw a video today, right? Let me tell you about this video. I saw a video today talking about a man with somebody. If you are ever questioning your indoctrination on how programmed America is, go across seas, go fly out of state. And I can even show you, I can let you listen to this video. He said, when you fly out of state, you realize how much Americans are slaves and that they push their slave agenda themselves. They don't even know they're slaves.
Okay, so there's a little misconception there.
We are slaves. There's no misconception about that,
No,
bro. We work for corporate
number
America.
One, that's global. The reason why, as an American, you don't experience that somewhere else,
Right.
is because you have the fucking wealth and means of an America in a shit
You mean what
hole
behind the
where
dollar?
everybody else
You
is
mean
a
behind
slave.
the dollar? The American dollar has the wealth, not the American people.
No.
Because you go in there and the
No.
currency exchange is
As an
different.
American citizen,
When
you take your blue passport
Yeah.
and you go anywhere the fuck else that's not in the West, not only do you have priority by virtue of that blue passport that everyone wants to be associated with and everyone wants to kick the ass of,
Okay.
but everything that you have as far as currency, which is almost worthless in your own country,
Yeah. It's not
has
over
you
there.
living like a king.
That's what I'm saying.
Everywhere else.
That's what I'm saying. The
so-
wealth
so-
is
but the
behind
thing
the
is, the reason
dollar,
why
not
you're
the
able to live like a
people.
king is like you might see like you're broken away from your slavery,
Right.
but you're
you-
free from it because everyone else around you in that new environment
Yeah.
is a slave to that system which you can
Yes.
thrive.
Absolutely. And I agree with that
So there's no way
1,000%.
to escape it.
There-
There's
yeah.
different levels in which,
Well-
like, okay, over here, I'm gonna be less prone. Like, so you have people that come from the hood, they move to China, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, I can do this, I can do that, I'm living this, China's so great. Like, there's 1.2 billion people there, and less than half that population
Well,
lives in what is considered a middle class to China.
you say that, but
Okay.
95% of China owns their own homes, and that's a factual
no,
statistic.
that's
65%.
not- I've been to China, right?
But so you're telling me they're lying to us on Google? Not 95%.
Yes!
Not 95%. Why is it that whenever you see Americans go over to China, right, and they talk to the people and all that, they are like the nicest types of people. They're
wait,
friendly.
I got okay. Hold on. In the major cities like Shanghai,
Okay. Which
and
is
Beijing.
cyberpunked.
all right,
Yeah.
all of those major cities that have had major Western influence
Right.
for hundreds of years,
Yeah.
Okay.
Technologically advanced, trains going through
because
buildings.
of the propaganda value to be broadcast to the rest of the world about the quality of Chinese living conditions. Every American.
Well, they have ghost cities, so.
Well, that's a different purpose. That's a
Yeah, that's
huge
all.
part of money laundering. Really.
Well, it's also how they value
like
their
here.
generational wealth. They do it by
Okay, so
property and
here
real estate.
in Pebble Beach, right? The average cost of one of those homes, they don't publicize it because it's a gated town with gated communities, and then Carmel has no addresses, right? And Clint Eastwood is pretty
Really?
much still like forever mayor of it. Yeah. Now the average home inside of that goes 250 to well over 100 million. All right. The 3-bedroom house there is at least 5 to 10 mil. All right. Now, out of those homes, I would say half of them, they might belong to the families of the kids going to boarding school there, but no one's living in them.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
just like all of the penthouse apartments in Manhattan.
Yeah.
No one lives in them.
They rent it.
Well, no.
They're
If
not?
you rent it, you screw out of it. Not the penthouse. What you do is you pay for it in cash,
Yeah, you let the
and then you
value
take
of
the
it.
equity out.
Yeah, I got what you're saying.
If you rent it out to somebody, you run the risk of somebody getting wise to what you're doing. You have a liability. Someone could
What, they invest that money because it can't be taxed? Because it's taken out of the equity of the property?
Well,
You know,
if you take the equity out of it, you already paid for it with cash. It
Right.
means you could have also given fake information
right.
to do that.
I understand.
And then, and the thing is, as
It's all
long as
liquidation.
you are, using large amounts of money, you can do whatever you want. Now, Patriot Act is going to curb that, but also open a loophole for, the operation I is
Yeah.
doing. And what it is it's an acronym. Patriot Act has to do with money laundering, even though we know it's all surveillance.
Yeah, it's all
Prior to
surveillance.
that, if you had a checking account and you deposited 10 grand, it got reported to the FBI like that.
Yeah. Always.
Well, that didn't happen.
Does that
If
still
you
happen
open-
today, though?
Yes,
It
now
does, right?
especially because of the Patriot Act.
What
Because
about,
it used-
are they hip to the
Yeah.
whole 9,999 shit too? Like, if they see that, like, would it trigger the same response, or is it really
You
just
know
that
what?
10K?
I don't know.
Mhm.
I've had. This is weird, man. I'm high and I can fucking hide anywhere for whatever reason. American Express, Visa, find my ass everywhere.
APR.
Um,
APR.
you know, and these people care about money, controlling money, and
That's all it comes down to.
binding us like dude, they're gonna try to monetize and tokenize our personalities and our spiritual
Yes,
fitness.
absolutely, bro. They're going to tokenize in the whole stock market, every ticker, every share. Listen, I just
Oh,
showed
yeah.
Cliff a whole video on how Call of
Mhm.
Duty, if you've noticed on my page, Call of Duty will soon start paying people out for kill streaks on
Yep.
with Bitcoin. And I keep telling people
And-
to invest into these metaverse tokens because that is coming. That's integration.
Have you heard of Altura?
What, the crypto?
No.
No, I haven't. But
Yeah,
I'll,
okay, so what Altura, they were working on it almost 10 years ago, and it's for all of the video game universe, in
Okay.
which when you buy a gun or buy a suit or skin,
yeah.
that becomes yours permanently
Yeah, it's all metaverse,
throughout
bro.
the whole game world.
Yeah. That's all. It's called
And
through
Altura is
NFTs.
supposed to be the cryptocurrency that is
Yeah, I gotta look into it
specifically
now.
for video game ownership.
Ownership?
Yeah,
Hmm.
like the idea of an NFT,
Yeah.
except
That's what they are.
it's video game features, and it's the currency you use to purchase them.
Right. To operate within that space.
Yeah,
Yeah, I understand. It's no different than
sounds
like
scammy.
2K. It's not scammy. It's like 2K uses something called VC. They've been using this for years. I keep trying to tell people that they've been operating on cryptocurrency for the longest. Believe it or not, when you use Uber, Lyft, that is all done through smart contracts. You know,
Yeah.
a corporation goes to a third party, and Uber is the smart contract connecting the dollars to the paying to the fees of the transportation that's being taken. That's all cryptocurrency, and people have no
So
idea
we
what
need
it
to
is.
get in on a brainstorm to like organize and then
That's smart
execute the growth of certain products.
Right.
Oh, I also
I told you we're going to talk June 26th. Whenever I see you, we'll talk
Yep.
about making a coin and all that. Like, we'll do something for
Yeah,
that
and
day.
we should have
Memorize
like
it.
an actual light worker army. That we
Something,
recruit
yeah.
and train.
Yeah, people that are supposed to be there that day, yo, y'all are supposed to be there. I can't wait to see you. I know Jeremiah's going through something, but you'll find a way to get your ass there, bro. All right? You'll be there. And listen, let me also say this. Some of y'all got kids. I don't want to cut you off on this, Tommy, but me and Cliff were talking about
My
this.
bad.
Like,
I'll stop cussing.
because Jeremiah's going through something. And I said, yeah, bro, you can bring your kids. Let me say this. If you can't get rid of your kids, first off, the people that are going on that trip, I know more than half of them personally, or they've been with me the longest. Like, I would bring my son to this thing if I couldn't do nothing with him. And the people that are going to be there, I trust who is there. I know who is there. So if I'm saying I'd bring my own son, and if you guys can't get there, a babysitter, you got a 5-6-year-old, bring him. It's not that big a deal. We're all parents here. You know what I mean? But if you can't, it'd be better. Because then you're excluding yourself a night. And you know what that is. And I won't even allow you to do nothing because your kid's there. But you know what I mean? But I just want to put that out there. I do understand that the level of people that are going to be there on June, they're all good people. All of them. All of them. I'll trust my son around Cliff, Stacy, Dylan. I don't know about Tommy, though. He's like the only threat when it comes to your kids. I'm just going to be real. I can see. All right, never mind. No, I'm joking. But you know what I mean? Like, it's
like
good
walking around the
people.
woods,
Yeah,
like,
Kimmy,
oh, okay.
like, you know what I mean? Everyone there's got kids. My boy Ron and his wife. Because I told Ron, too, if you got to bring your son that's 6, bring him. I don't mind, bro. It's all about meeting the people. This isn't no, like, druggy hookup. No. This is not what this is. You know what I mean? This is something. This is networking, you know, being around like-minded people. That's what the whole point of it is.
There's something that I want to run by you and probably the participating group. Okay, so I have an ability to get everybody at least logged into this particular program that I've been using, and it's basically like a replacement for the gateway tape station process.
Okay. I know you're talking about. Are you trying to dive into that?
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
you trying to jump out your body?
So the exercises
Yeah,
are
it's all
broken
Henry
down
sinking.
for operational purposes. So like basically the idea of sharing situational awareness
Yeah.
for like navigating like a hike, summoning orbs and shit.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, I mean,
Have you heard of telepathy tapes? Have you looked into those?
Yeah, no,
That's something I
there's something
haven't.
very similar about this.
Okay.
But I haven't met any autistic kids out there.
That
It's
it's funny you said that. Yeah, exactly. The whole telepathy tapes are showing how these kids are being able to they're going into the astral realm and they're communicating with people around the world, and these are children. Hence why you see
Yeah.
why they force inoculation. Hence why I was talking about how they're tracking us through frequency, and I believe they have a device out there that tracks somebody that's of high vibration that possibly could do these tasks.
They do.
Yeah, these indigo children are being born, bro. I believe that 1,000%.
I
And
think most of us were born in the 80s, though.
right. You remember when I have a question, when you went to school, did you not know somebody that had 6 toes or 6 fingers or something like that? Had to get cut off?
Yeah.
You don't see that now no more. You don't see that. I grew up with that everywhere. You do? Yeah.
You know what? The last person I knew
What?
that he brags about it. His parents are delegates of the United Nations.
Oh my
And
God.
he's like one of the weirdest looking Ethiopian
He's
dudes.
probably
ever.
not real.
We straight up are like I am the captain now. But anyway,
Exactly.
he fucking straight up claims that he's like somehow divinely related to Nephilim or some shit. He's dead, but he actually has these scars that show where he had his 6 fingers and 6 toes
Yeah.
removed.
That was normal. Like Little Boozy was talking about this on Vlad. He's like, yo, I remember growing up, there was like kids with 6 fingers or it got cut off or froze off. You don't see that no more. There's like even lightning bugs. You remember all the lightning bugs that used to come out at night?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I ain't seen them in years.
Right. I saw one when I went back home. Like, oh my God, it was one.
They're
Not like a
phasing
field.
all of that out.
Bro, there's yeah.
They're using the abortion industry for it too.
Wow,
when
I
was
believe
doing,
that.
The whole stem cells cure thing. Me and my girl at the time, we went to Planned Parenthood because our own like independent hunch and investigation was like these people are, from what we gathered, were literally pressuring girls into abortions in order to take
Yeah.
their shit and sell it for
Which
research.
is depopulation. Exactly. Food
Dude,
coloring.
they tried to tell us that we were not only pregnant, but that our kid had Down syndrome.
What? Oh, to
Yeah,
make you force the issue. Did you think it did?
No, we weren't pregnant.
Oh
We
my God.
consented. We played dumb and consented to the fucking.
Oh, you investigated.
Yeah.
I see you.
The thing is, well, we were already infiltrating that whole stem cell field.
Yeah.
And so what we noticed was that at the Planned Parenthoods in San Diego County and the San Francisco Bay Area, they were paying girls, and there was a bunch of other scandalous things going on. And then I went to this one conference, and I was brought into this like not back rooms, but like staff area, and I was shown footage of Chinese doctors looking over a bunch of dismembered American babies, and these were Chinese military doctors.
From clinics?
Okay. Yes.
See,
So at that time, I was just under the understanding that they were selling American fetuses to Chinese military doctors.
that's ritualistic,
However,
bro.
I started like coming to the understanding that, okay, first of all, if these biotech companies are paying upwards of $500,000 for each fetus, right? To do stem cell research, that's bullshit because
That's no way.
nobody, no American lab, and obviously the Chinese are pretty much using our universities as labs because
If you know,
the
you
people I was
know.
investing. The Democratic Party has been using our tax dollars to fund Chinese biotech research at our university.
Hey, they used to call
So-
Joe Biden China Joe.
Whew.
Did you know about
So when this was happening, it was really bad because I knew that we don't have the capacity. No one does to
Right.
do any research on these fetuses. So what are they being used for, and why do they cost $500,000?
Yeah.
All right.
First off,
And
how
just
would they
like
be able to afford
organ
that?
donation. Yeah, and they exploit the girls
Mm-hmm.
so they can make money off of it. Who's
Mhm.
doing that?
Mhm.
Who's buying it? Well, it's not Chinese doctors. It's Nestle.
Nestle. That's that I was talking yesterday about Nestle, and they're talking about the cocoa industry on how it's based off of child labor, off of West Africa. And you know who brought it, exposed that? Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast was sitting there, and I'm like, I know, because Mr. Beast has a couple scandals going on with him being in children's DMs.
That.
Well,
he jumped onto it, making credit for that.
Yes, because he's going through some shit, so he tried to, seem like he was fight for something. But Nestle, this corporation, who's also entwined with the clinics with Planned Parenthood, bro, this is ritualistic. I think we've all been digesting children, through Red 40 or chocolate or whatever.
Yes.
Allegedly. I have nothing to back that up. This is all speculation and entertainment. No, I'm saying this for YouTube purposes. I'm saying it for YouTube purposes.
Oh, yeah.
Read the room.
What's funny?
No, it's not alleged. Shut up, bro.
The moderators, but they're also the same people that are telling us what they're doing to us.
You're right, exactly. And then when you bitch about it, you're the one who's a problem with the harmful content.
Fuck. Ultimate.
Go ahead, talk.
Psychological warfare tactic to tell you, like, hey, you know what? I'm about to rob you and murder you, but if you say anything about it, that's misinformation.
Seems like everything's misinformation these days.
And so the World Health Organization and the World Economic Forum have defined 3 levels of so-called misinformation. First is, misinformation, which is unaccidentally mentioning or disseminating information that is false, right?
Right.
Disinformation is deliberately doing it.
Right.
But now
they do all the time.
Is using truthful information that causes one to lose faith, trust in the authority.
Yeah, when you're attacking the system. Exactly. That's all it is. It's anything that doesn't go with the narrative is deemed misinformation or harmful content. And let me tell you, misinformation is subjective.
Oh, yeah.
It's because, listen, remember when Obama made it legal for the government to push propaganda? What is propaganda? Lies. But so the government can do it. But people talking truth, they label lies because it goes against the narrative. That's why right now 37 states can't talk about anything that has to do with anti-Semitism. And you know what's crazy? Just exposing that all the CEOs happen to be Semites is anti-Semitic. So what?
The reason why Iran hates Saudi Arabia is because to them, the Saudis are Jews because they're both Semites.
I concur.
Iran means Aryan and Farsi. They're the last units to defend Hitler.
They're not ready for that.
SS.
They're not ready to hear that. They're not ready to hear that, bro.
Dude, I wonder what Mossad is like up my ass right now. I hope they don't make something up. Which, I wouldn't put it past them to do.
Yeah, we're in Soylent Green. You know how they tell us the movies? Isn't it crazy the movie They Live, right? Which is about the classes where they can see everybody. They talk about global domination and depopulation by the year 2025 in that movie.
Yep.
Remember when they're at the end scene, when they're all at the concert hall, at the whatever? They're talking about 2025, bro. And then Soylent Green, you got Rival Finkelstein. I think everything they've ever told us. Bro, Epcot. Tell me Epcot is not a psyop for smart cities. It's
the Epcot family.
No, I'm talking about the Epcot ball. Have you ever been to Disney World and seen the Epcot ball? That is a smart city diagram or demo. And they've been programming us this forever.
Why they're doing it one city at a time? It's not because they don't have the ability to.
No, they do. They do. They can do
I know. It's not because they don't have the ability to. What they have, they're trying to desensitize us to it.
Right.
So where we're complicit. They need us.
Right. That's the whole point of train derailments and these bridge fallings.
Is in our complacency.
Yes. You believe, let me tell you, not choosing is making a choice. When you choose not to do something, that's a choice.
Exactly.
And people don't realize that. They've been propagandized to believe, oh, I'm gonna do nothing. That means, I had nothing to do with it. I'm not choosing a side. No, that is a side.
Yeah, I'm a pacifist.
That's the whole point of the rapture shit.
I
go a day with that if you want. I could go all day with that shit.
I think a lot of the people who are talking about rapture, if it is real, are exactly
It's
the
nowhere in
people
the
that will
Bible.
never be raptured
Right.
because of the way they talk about it.
Right.
Right? It is ironic. It's like people, and it reminds me of people like that on TikTok that act like it's one thing that they're like, updating their followers on the information that only they know because only they search that part of the internet. So arrogant,
Yeah.
and they want us all acting like that
Yeah.
and thinking like that. And if we all thought like that,
That's the
man,
point of these political debates, believe it or not. They're programming people to not listen to what the actual subject matter is, but to only talk against talking points. Like they're not even listening to the information. They're just spewing
and
the
own
same
those talking
regurgitated
points
shit.
as if they're their own ideas.
Right. But it has nothing to do with the pertain topic at all. Like, did you see that one video where the dude's like, the federal government, like, something that's funded by the federal government doesn't pay taxes. They're paid by taxes. And he goes, no, that's not true. He said, bruh, he's talking about the federal government. Like, federal government agencies are funded by the federal government. The dude straight up said, that's not true. And just spewed talking points. And I'm like, bro, you're not even listening. Did you just hear what the hell you said? That federal government agencies aren't funded by the federal government?
I asked,
what?
I talked to a woman that thought that her welfare check came out of Barack Obama's bank account. All right. And then
the Obama phone.
This dude was telling me that a wall is racist.
Bro.
While he supported the wall in Israel.
Wow.
And then I was like, okay, wait a minute. Don't you got a wall around your house to keep people out?
Right.
And he was so addicted to his talking point.
Talk to him.
Without
didn't even listen to you.
Straight up said, no, I have walls to keep people in.
Damn, yeah, he's a psycho, bro. Yo, I was about to ask you something too about this whole you've been seeing a whole lot about segregation, right? All these new segregation laws. Please tell me that's bullshit.
It's all bullshit.
It is bullshit. It's to keep us divided. That's all it is.
Remember that shit that happened in
Order
Tennessee,
out of chaos.
where you had the black Hebrews, the fake black Hebrews with the fake hoteps,
yes,
and then the fake fucking white supremacists all coming out the rider trucks.
Right. Yeah.
Those are all ATF idiots.
I told you, listen, I've been said that they were government agents. I gotta be careful. Gotta be careful.
They're
all wearing the same khakis.
No. They don't deserve that. These are bitch-ass little activists. They're the most.
They're paid actors,
agency. Bro. No. They really do work for the ATF.
I agree.
Listen. What the ATF does,
right,
is they take these fucking poli-sci majors that are still virgins and shit. All right, they've never touched a weapon their whole lives until training, and now they want to use their weapon and take your weapon away just in case you misgender them.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Dude, that's what they do. These people call people like me a Second Amendmenter. They wanted to set up a situation in which what they straight up, this is in their email, that there's an opportunity for a group of Second Amendmenters to be organized and provoked.
Like a militia?
But why do you want to provoke them? Because they intended to have a Second Amendmenters cause a massacre against.
Right. It's propaganda. You think they're going to label people that are Second Amendmenters domestic terrorists? They already do, don't they?
They already tried.
Wow. That's
the thing is like it does. Okay, so I was on the phone with this FBI agent, right? Her name is Special Agent Emma Thurman, and straight up, on this phone call, I was like, she's like, I'm counterterrorism. I was like, oh, okay. So like, it's a month and a half since this shit was a thing. So you're late. And so she wanted all this information. I was like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, my boy is already, on this, and it's nothing you need to worry about. What you need to worry about is that at the Defense Language Institute, at the Naval Postgraduate School, all of our best, brightest future spies and shit are being compromised by Chinese organized crime and the Chinese Communist Party to go do whatever the fuck with weapons.
Or they
with
probably got dirt on
intel.
them.
And you know what this bitch said to me?
What?
That's not my purview. I want to know more about dark MAGA.
Bot life. That's bot life. That's the indoctrination of politics, bro. That's all it is.
I want to know more about dark MAGA.
Don't even know who the hell they
bitch,
are.
Did you Google that?
Dark MAGA.
What the fuck is that?
That's like the Q movement. Same shit, bro. Ain't no different. Like, you know what I mean? These groups, I think Democrats.
Trump's gonna save the world.
Yeah, Q. It's all the same shit. It's all bullshit. Flat Earth bullshit.
Man, Q's
it's
a
all,
fucking joke.
Yeah,
Started by them dumbs.
It's a Bolshevik operation, first off, which is a Russian op that
Yeah,
used to, the secret army and
There's
behind the
a
scenes.
lot of Bolsheviks out there. Like,
There is. They're
the
not.
Republican Army.
Yes, facts. They don't even know what's going on, bro.
No one knows. Like, these fools are communists.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? You ever watch the movie Oppenheimer?
That fool is a communist.
That communist was a party in America. People don't even realize that. And it was the liberals.
and well, it was without the Communist Party in America, there would have been no Nazi party
renamed
in fucking Germany.
Right.
And there would have been no UN. So all socialist revolutions, all communist intellectuals, they're all led by aristocrats.
Yeah.
Right?
Which is
they're all led by idealistic, narcissistic,
rich ass
beta
people.
males,
Right.
that think that they're going to be the dictator. They all feel entitled to tell you whether or not you could live or die. Why do you think they're all for the depopulation agenda?
Right. Allegedly.
Dude, they're all every fucking woke, stupid, wannabe.
Whenever I say allegedly, it's because you say a triggering word. All right. just know.
But people say Michael Jackson allegedly he touched.
Right. Exactly. Allegedly. Yeah. I know Mike ain't do that shit. You know Mike ain't touch no damn kids. Oh. But allegedly he did because of him going after Sony. It's because he went after Sony, bro.
Accusatively, him.
No, he ain't
by
touching
some
nobody.
bad people. Because we all know our souls could listen to Michael Jackson. No one can listen to R. Kelly.
Nah, exactly. We got discernment, bro. We got discernment. We know who did what and who did not. You know what I mean? Like, I questioned the whole Bill Cosby thing because I heard some information about Bill Cosby. He was trying to buy like ABC or some shit, and they were like, "Hell no." Yeah, he was spiking people's drinks.
All that blackmail.
Huh?
All right. They held they knew what to get down. They let him get away with it so they could hold on to it. So, just like with P. Diddy.
The whole Epstein
they knew
thing.
what he was doing.
P. Diddy coming home, bro.
They held on to it.
P. Diddy gonna come home, mark my words, because I think he has the information. I think he has tapes stored on some very important people.
Oh, yeah.
Judges, I mean, you name it.
But see, here's the thing. Homeland Security already performed the raid.
Listen, you think all the tapes are in his New York home, bro?
No,
Come on.
I don't think that Homeland Security only raided that place.
Right.
And I don't think that the person that's in jail right now is actually
P. Diddy. Yeah, I agree with that. I like that. That's smart. I got a question for you, speaking about people that are locked up. Miss, what's that woman's name that was with Epstein? What's her name?
Ghislaine Maxwell.
Ghislaine Maxwell. You think she's really in jail? Or can you speak on that?
Yeah, okay, so my ex-girlfriend's assistant worked for her.
Okay.
And that's like to be like mixed in like that, it's so fucking weird and uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's crazy. Can you imagine?
But
she's witnessed some things then.
Had
to.
We were going to utilize the fact that we know that these crowds are saturated with people like that, right?
Right.
To start my own brand of taking out the trash and shit.
Okay.
Because we don't have we don't like there's no actual counter human trafficking operation
except for Tammy.
Well, there's that. I mean, FBI has an excuse for one. which
It's all
isn't
fraud.
real.
Yeah, it's all fraud.
Everything's all dude.
They're doing it. Our government's
They're the ones doing it.
Well, and that's the only reason I say that is because listen, they sell the birth certificates of missing children on the stock exchange, and if they didn't do that, if it wasn't a for-profit thing, which I got to be careful even speaking upon this, and I believe like the office was even out of Oregon.
There's two reasons why we need to be careful.
Yeah,
one, of course, it's the moderators,
right?
But in all reality, discussing this shit is the only thing ever that I've ever discussed online that has gotten me
in trouble.
Direct threat.
Right.
No, death threats.
I believe it. I will say trouble.
And they were credible. They weren't threats like, oh man, I'm a fucking. It was rat-a-tat-tat, watch your six.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's disrespectful.
So it's somebody that the most dangerous organizations on earth have the ability, and they always have, and they also have access to the most dangerous people.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. There's like a camaraderie amongst. It's not like a camaraderie amongst hitmen, okay? All right, because I don't even know if that exists.
On the dark web, maybe.
You know, I was thinking of like having like a couple different versions of one, like a spoof one where we split the info with the FBI, us idiots, but also have a business where if you have a relative that is gone missing overseas, we could put together like a team and, you know, for a fee, arm up and fly over and, you know, handle whatever it is to handle to rescue your relative or whatever.
The Expendables.
Yeah. Over
Well,
there like Jean-Claude Van Damme, 6 bullets.
Yeah, but we won't like, we would use political pull, all that
Of course.
shit, you know?
That's a dangerous world, man. It's all ran by cartels and all that stuff, which is.
Well, I mean, I know, but the best way to do that is to be better than the cartel, because what you are is
that's all intel.
The cartels pay everything they can to try to get someone like you. And so what they do is they go after the ones that don't have any conscience left.
Didn't a cartel member kill or unalive a YouTuber who went over there to do interviews or something like that? That should happen like 6-8 months ago. Where a YouTuber, you know, got too comfortable online, went and was like kicking it with the cartel. He got his head chopped off, everything.
Hey, 1 second, I got to mute this.
Yeah, go ahead, mute. But yeah, man, that's some real shit. I forget his name, man. Y'all can Google it. Maybe y'all say it in the chat. Bro, I'm telling you that the world is, the truth is stranger than fiction. And the birth certificates are bought and they're purchased on the stock exchange, bro. So that just goes and tells you why they don't bring up 800,000 a year. You'll hear about anti-Semitism. You'll hear about transgender. You'll hear about those topics, right? But you're not going to hear about missing children. Y'all remember when missing kids went on milk cartons? What happened to that?
Right.
They don't do that no more. Why not? Because they don't want attention to it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's why everybody gets in trouble for talking about it.
Facts, bro. I had a Christian influencer say, I will not bring up missing children because I love my platform. Whoa! So you're selling God on here.
Right.
You're monetized. Yeah. That shit pissed me off. What do you mean? So you're it's not protect children. Then doesn't your Bible say if anyone ever harms a child's head that they will burn for eternity? It does. It says not to ever. It's something with children. And I think that's why I say it's demonic and it's satanic, and they go after God by going after children.
Right.
Also, I think they're searching for the awakened.
Right.
The ones that are natural. You
Slow
good?
down.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are though, bro. They definitely are. 1,000%. Yeah.
Dude, no, that was a phone call.
Yeah, who was that?
Someone, is this live?
Yeah, it is live.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you were muted. I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, no, because someone asked me to stop talking about something.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
I thought I could tell that. I was watching the screen. You weren't seeing the screen, but I was watching his face when he was on the phone. I was like, this looks serious.
Whoa. Listen, I'm going to just leave it there. I'm going to talk to you after this phone call. After this live, bro. This is why I can't wait to talk to you in person.
I'm just not going to talk about it because I hadn't talked about it yet.
Right.
So
So you Listen, I'm not trying to get you in trouble. And you know what? If it's out,
No, I won't get in trouble.
It's not that,
honestly,
bro.
like I've never actually been in trouble.
Right.
I've never been. Dude.
You've never been
You know,
what?
and I would actually tell, dude, straight up, dude. I told people that like, I had someone else fucking tell the same shit where it's like, no, like we got to be prepared for like the event that we're done with something that we need to maintain combat. People fucking believe that.
Did they tell you not to go a certain direction?
Yeah.
I got you. I respect that, but I don't. You know what I mean? If you know, you know.
Yeah, well, they asked me to go a certain direction, and then they told me some other things about some other things.
So they know who I am.
And then they asked me to stop using so much foul language.
Yeah, I try to stop cursing. Yeah, absolutely. It makes you look poor, bro. It makes you look like, you know what I mean?
I know.
You don't hear me saying F this and F that all the time. I try to work on it, bro. You know what I mean? It's not a sign of intelligence. You know?
I don't know how it started.
So they know who I am, huh?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's crazy.
I mean, I found out about you through other people.
Are you a spy for me, bro? Are you an infiltration to come get close to me and to mark me, bro? Hey yo, Coach Tommy's target is me.
Generally, I was very rarely was I one. Well, not, but okay. For the most part, like what I did was I created, collected, and coordinated assets. All right, and those people would be acting as spies, but and a couple of like some of the more elaborate ones, because I wasn't necessarily always like undercover, because it was like in their time it was fucking obvious and we know who the fuck we are. Like,
right. Unfortunately, they know who we are.
I mean, it's not secret, especially in the levels of when I was, functioning as a stockbroker, or when I was an activist, like in stem cell. I was actually going to end up having research conduct. When I was doing those things, no one was supposed to know what the fuck I was.
Right.
But generally, I mean, there's more often than not.
So, I figured it was good. I got a time check. That's all. Yeah, what happened last night, man? Everybody, when I tell people you're coming live, and I want you to just clarify, you want to tell your story or no?
No, it was embarrassing. Well,
it's not embarrassing, bro. You made some videos and it looked like you were stressing and going through some things. Like when we woke up this morning, me and Cliff was like, damn.
I still am.
Yeah.
Actually, and okay, so I had a really, really good meeting in the development of concepts, our organization and board of directors, everything for this. I wouldn't call it a defense contractor, because we intend to actually be our own. Think of ISIS as the agency on Archer.
Okay.
It's our own private shit.
I got you.
But we're gonna have a huge technological wing. We're gonna be using a lot of AI and conducting a lot of spiritual research.
So you're building something,
because
basically.
of the foundational funding from, but while all that was going on, we started talking about, people with, Havana syndrome. And I get bombarded with migraines to the point where it's scary.
I just saw something on Havana syndrome, and that always happened to people that were agents in that certain agency. Did you have that?
I have I have damage from what I suspect to be, and from what we all suspect to be a similar.
That's crazy. You just said Havana syndrome. I just saw a MSNBC special on that, and it was finally. I mean, it's been going on. Yeah, they're talking about it on TV, bro. Literally, and it's all had to do with the 3-letter agency that you happen to work for, or you used to, or whatever. I don't know, but. All those types of people were getting these migraines and getting like dizzy and all this stuff.
No, dude, I started getting vertigo.
That's it. Yeah.
Like walk. Yep. But like the thing is, I don't have like if we were to do imaging and stuff, like I don't have that kind of like brain damage, right? Like holes in my brain.
Right.
Like, see, the way a microwave works, the way it heats up
Microwave.
anything is it causes the water molecules to, vibrate, it causes the heat. Well, your brain is full of water and other fats and stuff. Imagine putting your brain in a microwave. That's what's happening to a lot of these people. And to my knowledge, it's not just like CIA officers. It's a lot of it is State Department people.
Yeah, it said that on the special. That's crazy. You brought that up. What are the chances of that? Havana syndrome. So is that what you think?
They're calling it Havana. The thing is so here's the thing. All right, yeah. It's been happening other places before. It was just easy to say Havana syndrome because Cuba is an obvious adversary.
Right.
And,
So I got what you're saying.
Right there. But no, dude, like the fact is like it's not just happening by obviously the same types of players targeting our embassies and consulates. But what's up is, dude, like every capital city has an embassy, and then their second major city where the consulate is. The whole world acts that way, and the whole world uses those embassies as like their base of operations, and then like we would also have like
diplomatic community
as a station, but everybody's connected more at each other. In San Francisco, everybody's killing each other.
That's crazy. You mean like the civilians?
Yeah. Civilians sometimes they do their best to make sure that civilians aren't caught in the crosshairs. Because it's done very covertly.
So you're telling me?
I mean, fuck.
You said they're killing themselves in Los Angeles. Who is them, bro? Who is them?
It'd be loud.
Who is them? Who's killing themselves then, or killing each other? What groups would you? Could you?
Okay, I mean, we've had.
Could you label the groups you're talking about?
ISIS, Hezbollah, Uganda,
in California,
secret police, fucking.
In California.
Yes.
Get the
South
fuck
Africa's
out of here.
Executive outcomes. Mossad, especially, they kill fucking everybody.
In California.
Yes.
Bro. Now you gotta make me do some research. In California.
Yeah.
What? You make it sound like it's a war zone.
It is.
Really?
But it's like spy versus spy. Okay, for
why
instance,
isn't this being talked about?
Okay, so in this particular case with like Ugandan secret police.
Okay.
All right. It was Ugandan and Congolese secret police. There was a Ugandan journalist that we had to protect, and these secret police units were murking everybody in Los Angeles associated with it.
What?
Right?
I didn't hear nothing about this.
Now, and you don't.
What? Yeah.
You don't, like, okay,
bro.
So North Korea.
What?
Their agents operate as members of Chinese organized crime, but they are still subordinate to the Chinese Communist Party. And you have like Falun Gong and all that, and they are trafficking children that are being bred to be trafficked.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, groomed.
And before that border between us and Mexico was wide and open. All right. Well, Hezbollah still has a huge presence on the other side of the U.S.-Mexico border. Now, the tunnels that they've built were engineered and built by the same people that engineered the tunnels that connected Gaza to the rest of Israel. Same people, all right? Palestine didn't build that. I mean, their population is predominantly under the age of 18.
I always feel those groups are funded by the United States, though, bro.
Yeah. In this case, we set up all the situations to pay the bribes and blackmails to Iran as a way of laundering money to fund terror.
Allegedly.
Okay? These terrorist organizations need to exist. Why?
Keep the machine going.
Vast military industrial complex.
To keep the machine going.
And we need war.
Yep.
And the best way to
false flags
conduct war is to have an enemy. Yeah. So what we do is fucking Hamas literally will take credit for these attacks, the Taliban and all that.
I think it's us, bro. I think it's us.
And the way they take credit for the attacks because they actually think they're tricking us into financing.
No. Yeah, that's what it all comes down to.
It's like, no, dog, we are fattening you up so we could then come in and murder you.
Well, would you say that's what they're doing to the United States citizen today?
No.
No?
We're fattening up and murdering them for the fat.
Yeah.
We're not fattening people up to get them ready to become enemies for us to fucking murder.
Right.
It's like we'll train someone else's special forces, knowing damn well that they're going to go train one of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard satellite groups, like the Houthis or
they're
Hezbollah,
chess
right?
pieces. They're chess pieces.
So we indirectly are training these people in guerrilla warfare tactics and basic elements and tactics of sabotage, right? So then those people can now conduct the kind of warfare that we want to fight.
Yep.
It's like we're the alien predator that wants an enemy to fight.
So yeah,
We're training them to become what we're gonna kill.
Just to do it.
That's literally how it's working.
The bank, it's like a bank. The bank. Once people realize the banks are the real enemy here, then we are arrived, because they're funding both sides. And what do? They destroy each other, which also keeps population down. Along with you gotta be careful what I'm saying, but you know what I mean,
dude. In World War II, we could have starved all them islands out.
Yes.
Iwo Jima, Okinawa, Guadalcanal. Why didn't we? Why did we let tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of little 18-year-old boys get slaughtered on them beaches?
Shit, why did Vietnam?
Well,
exactly. That's a great point. And then we win the war, right? Well, allegedly, whatever.
Taxes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we won militarily.
That's a scam right there.
There has
we
to
won
be a
World War
winner
II.
that's tangible enough for the
PR
masses.
Through public
to be
relations.
able to understand.
Right.
Enough of the war to not understand that what they really are the gladiators in the Colosseum for the elites to watch. Every single one of the militaries has that 5-point star. Japan, Republic of Texas, the communism, everybody. The only ones who didn't had the black hole star. Swastika.
Or the black, the black. It's funny,
Yeah,
you
dude,
know what that is, right? I'm so glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. The black hole suns.
Like, it's hidden in plain sight.
It is. That's why they made
were
that
all
device.
Masons.
Yes, swastika is all. It's really the black hole sun, but they made it into a tool of racism.
World War II.
That's facts.
Wasn't predicted by Albert Pike. It was planned and designed. He designed World War I, World War II, and World War III.
You got to be careful with saying that name. Every time I've said Albert Pike, and I'm just saying it for the video purposes, I've been banned. I've been banned. Yeah, I got banned off TikTok talking about Albert Pike.
Of the Democratic Party.
It's funny. He talks about the alien war too.
Yeah, it's fake.
Yes, it's all planned. It's all coming, man. Albert Pike. If y'all don't know, do some research. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna speak on the things he spoke, but obviously, my man Tommy knows who the hell Albert Pike is. You know, it's crazy. I like being able to have conversations like this and be well vast in a multitude of topics, because I can talk about Albert Pike. Anyone who did any type of research can. You know what I mean? And that's why I said, being a content creator, I know what gets me banned, bro. And he has.
Man, what you should see is Hillary Rodham's letters about praising him.
Really? Well, does that surprise you after what you said Hillary Rodham was funding?
That on a podcast. Or not a podcast, but a documentary.
What?
The Hillary Clinton praising Albert Pike.
Oh, yeah. I think I did see that too. Yeah. That you mentioned.
Oh, and Margaret Sanger.
Margaret Sanger. Another one. What's that? Planned Parenthood right there. Margaret Sanger.
Sanger was a Jewish woman.
Facts.
Who designed
Be careful.
Nazi Germany.
Allegedly.
Oh, no, not allegedly. No. This is proven in a court of law at the Nuremberg war crimes trial. So,
I understand that.
Hey.
You're crazy, bro.
He can say allegedly, but it's like, no.
Right. I'm only saying that because of YouTube harmful content purposes, bro. That's all the reason I say
and
that.
so allegedly, right?
Allegedly, yes.
Zelensky,
yeah, there we go.
He's Jewish.
Right. Yes, bro. Hints.
But he's also a Nazi.
Yes, exactly. What was AH? That's one name you can't say on here. AH was also a Semitic. I say Semitic.
Yeah, he wanted to keep that a secret, but
everyone knew he was raised.
All of the high ups, like him and Himmler, didn't they?
Yeah, World War II was planned, people.
And not only was it planned, but out of a war that killed upwards of 130 million people,
Right.
70 million in combat alone.
They want you to worry about the 6 million
The only
Jews.
thing we talk about is 6.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Not.
And then, you know, when everybody in Europe is starving to death, I mean, this is how bad starvation in Europe was. Audrey Hepburn ended up dying of complications from the famine in Denmark.
Really? That's how Audrey Hepburn died?
All the babies that were born after their mothers were pregnant during the famine of World War II developed, like their whole generation developed in a unique way. There's an epigenetic effect from the trauma of that famine. So it's kind of interesting that was right before the real end of the war, right?
Yeah.
Well, our soldiers didn't discover the camps until the actual end of the war. And, you know, of course, you know, the people they found were starving, right?
Yeah.
Even though the rest of Europe was also starving to death.
Right.
I thought they were,
Right. I'm not even going to divulge into that, but don't let that get over your head what he just said. Don't. If you need to replay it, go rewind. Because you missed it. I thought they were gassed.
Like, if I cared about the guests at my pad enough, where, like, we got outdoor housing, there's some diseases. Like, look, I'm going to shave everybody for lice. You know, make sure no one get lice. It'd be kind of weird if I did all that effort just to line you up.
Is Seattle dedicated to Albert Pike? Someone just Stacy Lee just commented that. Do you know about that? Is that that would make sense, because why would it not be Oregon was also the hub and the center of all this child trafficking?
You have to understand.
Makes sense.
Starbucks is officially
a mermaid.
Established itself as a Luciferian satanic.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
great.
Right and open.
Hey, if you support traditional marriage, don't buy our coffee. And then the CEO, CFO, and another member of the board of directors came out in like some major magazine and said, "Yes, we're all safe."
Wow.
Yeah.
Someone said I thought it was 200,000 plus, not 6 million. Nah, he's talking about the Jays, the Semitics. How many were unalived in World War II? Semitics, not people. We already know 150 million.
6 million.
Yeah, I thought it was 6 million. I know it was 6 million pre-World War II when they never really did, but
no, they just kept saying 6 million.
Yes, exactly. They were pre-programming the shit into people's subconscious.
Imagine number 6, but see, when we talk about the numbers of people that died in the camps, we're talking of upwards of 9 million to 11 million.
Yeah, but how many soldiers? How many soldiers were unalived in that war?
Well, we killed 47 million Germans in total. No, 20 million Germans in total. 27 millions that we killed mainly through bombing. But combat-wise, I think it was something like 17 million. So like 27 million total, and then 17 million, so 10 millions. And 17 million soldiers.
Sleight of hand is impeccable, bro. That sleight of hand is so impeccable.
Yeah, how they're able to mess with our numbers, and it goes over everyone's head.
Yeah, that's impeccable, bro. That you can't make that shit.
It is. We should use the same tactics to wake people up. Jack Barsky is starting this thing called Spycology, but really he wants to create like a program for young men to be able to detect the bullshit of this matrix and I don't know, go about things as an old school spy. We're bringing him onto our shit because he's got knowledge of old schools, you know, the way the spy games worked back in the day, that it's like an art form that people have forgot. I mean, as a spy, like we think of it as art, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I hear you. It is an art. It's if you think about it to a degree, anything you put passion into and you're good at, you're an artist. You're an artist. I mean, if you're good at unaliving people, you that's an art, bro.
That's not the only thing. It's great.
No, I'm just saying, if you're an art at saving lives, that's an art. You know, a person who does heart surgery, that's an art.
Yeah,
brain surgery, that's an art. You know
there
what
are
I mean?
actually some
We're all
people
artists out here.
that do take the killing aspect, yeah, and turn it into an art, and it's creepy. I kind of do that before, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah, I hear you, bro.
I was picturing
But
death.
there's other things that are like in art, like being able to come up with an operation that runs well, that accomplishes its objectives, like
Right.
that's art. That other stuff is like a sport.
Yeah, I got what you're saying. Yeah, I hear you. Art, sports, all
And I
synonymous.
think that it's a good thing that
Yeah.
you know that there is like this ability for us to create like an elite class of warfighter, because you know, because each individual operator is so multifaceted, so well trained, so talented, so experienced, that there's no fucking reason to have a draft.
Right.
I
agree.
There's no reason. There's no reason.
But there'll be a reason to get people out the way, man. Like I said, like that's the whole point of these whole UAPs, UFOs, whatever. They're setting the landscape up, which I believe the UAPs and UFOs will be part of the reason why they push Neuralink. Like, listen, we can't compete. For you guys to get more advanced and smarter than these beings, you're going to have to merge with AI. Like, they're going to cause a problem, offer a solution. Because you got to think about what the con game is going to be with the emergence of robotics or machine. What is going to be that con game? And I always,
it's already being run.
It's all, of course, absolutely, through even
like
gamers.
The first con game is convincing us all that China is a military adversary and not the beta testing ground.
Right.
For all of the evils of the New World Order.
Well, they're
the most complicit, compliant, culturally, for following orders in mass.
Right. And the whole numbers they got and everything.
And then by reproducing the circumstances that cause a loneliness epidemic of epidemic proportions, and then slipping in your little AI best friend.
Make you
it's
faster,
to move everyone
smarter.
into this metaverse.
Well, that I know that's coming. Hence why I tell people to invest into it.
The fucking hellfire missile.
Well, there's someone that was remote viewing. I saw a video or a podcast where a remote viewer said they remote viewed Antarctica, and that when she viewed what was up there, that she was seeing military and medical testing to create super soldiers.
Oh, that bitch?
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Is that true? You believe that's true? You think we're creating?
Yeah, I do, but like, it's a lot worse.
Just not that fast. Yeah, I
so
believe
what
that.
They're doing, right? Okay, so all of those ruins straight up have like Indiana Jones like obstacles,
right? Obelisks and all that,
and obstacles.
Obstacles.
People die. They get hit by arrows, booby traps. And
really?
Shit. Yeah, and so what they've been doing is taking people from the third world, kidnapping them with UAPs and shit.
And see if they can complete the task.
Forcing them to walk through those mazes to their death.
That's not funny, but that's like, bro.
Yeah, but here's but see, I don't know that from remote viewing, and the thing is
I want to start remote viewing.
And a lot of remote viewers aren't gonna like me saying this.
Okay. Think it's bullshit? I don't.
No.
I think it's real.
It's not bullshit.
Right.
However, a lot of your ability to understand and perceive or be directed to what you will see is at the mercy of other beings and their intention. And they can absolutely manifest for you visions that are not real.
Dissect that. Other beings. What do you mean other beings? Are they human beings?
No.
All right. Say no more. Are we talking in the interdimensional type aspect?
Yes.
All right.
See, like one of the reasons why the calcifying of the pineal gland is like has an operational significance. All right, is to keep everyone, number one, from knowing where any of this fucking technology actually comes.
Right.
Okay.
Sleight of hand.
People who invented microchips that make them didn't invent them.
They say it's angel technology.
They don't want you to know where they come from.
Right.
And they don't want you to know how we're controlling the UFPs. But
they don't want you to wait. Rewind it. They don't want you. They don't want you to know who's controlling the UAPs. Is that what you just said?
Who and how it's controlled? It's done through consciousness technology. So they're letting people know that. The new nuclear submarines
is all consciousness technology
through using brain waves. But see, consciousness technology and brainwave controlled technology
all
are
frequency,
entirely
man.
separate.
All frequency and vibration.
Pacific Rim,
Yeah, bro.
where they had
You
this.
see,
Oh
your
yeah,
brainwave-
they were hemisynching. Yeah, you're right.
They travel at the speed of light. Your consciousness is quantum.
Okay.
That means it doesn't need to. So you can communicate and with God. They don't want you doing that.
Yeah, of course.
They want you bound to the fucking
the third dimensional reality of objects and consumerism and all that.
Have your own
That's
very
bad.
personal digital Jesus.
Yeah. That's
and that
deep.
personal digital Jesus is going to be fed all of the data that's ever been collected on you forever.
That's deep.
I mean, it's everything that's surveying everything. It's not for fucking NSA puke. I mean, most of those kids are like still stalking the bitch that they almost lost their virginity to. All right.
You always do
like,
attacking virgins, man. Stop attacking these virgins.
Well, okay. Well, you know what? All right.
Yeah, I feel bad for men out there, man. There's a lot of men out there that haven't had no coochie yet, and that's because of this whole feminism bullshit.
Deserve it, though.
I hear you say, not saying they all don't deserve it.
All right. These fools are the angry people that go on to the fucking whatever podcast and try to tell bitches how to live. All right. And like, it's like, oh.
Nah, the one dude's an idiot. Some of the things they say is valid, though.
You giggle and run away.
Some of the stuff is valid, though. When they're talking about virtuous things, I'm not talking about how making
these people are virtuous.
They're virtue signaling. I'll say that, but that's a different topic. I don't want to be red pill material.
Narcissists.
Right. It's all about I'm right and you're wrong and control. It's not about actually bettering the person. I agree with you on that.
So right and
absolutely
so wrong.
It's not even
that they have the right to control how you live.
And that's a problem with being. That's what's the hard part about being a content creator is because I don't want to be one of those people because the way I attack Christianity, I have to. I don't want to be I'm right, you're wrong. You know what I mean? I want understanding. I want like cohesion to come together, and I'm not gonna lie.
Maybe rephrase it.
It's hard because sometimes
you're not
it's
really
provoking thought
Christianity.
though. I'm not
attacking.
I'm attacking indoctrination.
Pathology
right,
that's hijacked.
Right, but they don't see it that way. You know what I mean? So it's
if
hard.
To
provoke thought is hard to bring.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It is.
It's like telling somebody who's like pathologically loyal to Michael Obama.
Right.
You know, you know that they did produce the movie Leave Your Ass Behind.
Right. Absolutely. And
it wasn't relevant 4 years ago.
No.
And they won't understand why.
Nope.
Like, it's a scary movie.
No. And then the Civil War came right after that. And then you got something called another movie. I forget. We tried to watch.
The one starring De Niro?
Nah, not De Niro. It was a movie talking about.
That guy sucks now.
What's the name of where they were in the mountains and they're all in a house and martial law kicked in place and they were all getting all these military people in one house and they're protecting the land. What's the hell is the name of that movie?
I don't remember.
But there's a lot of movies coming.
State?
Nah, not Gray State. No, it's like one word. It's like sanctuary or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
Probably.
Homestead.
It's
Homestead. Yeah. Say there's a lot of these movies like Homestead, Leave the World Behind, Civil War. We're being pushed in a direction. The Electric State.
Yeah, we are.
The Electric State came and showed the whole battle between robots, and you start thinking the fight for the robots. Bro, there's a lot of predictive programming happening in a massive form. Even in our superhero movies. A lot.
But the thing
Hollywood.
is the quality of the movies suck.
Right.
All right.
They're
They suck.
That's what's the problem with Marvel right now. It's all that I hate Marvel right now.
They all suck. That's because they're taken over by
woke agendas.
Activists.
Yes.
And
it's bullshit.
I hate how they all call themselves woke. And
yeah,
it's like, dude, you get your ideas.
There's a reason for that.
And weapons manufacturer.
Listen, they took the woke agenda, right? Because we're going into this age. Yes, exactly. They hijacked it. We're going to this age of Aquarius. And they know people are going to wake up. So when people start saying stay woke, they're like, oh, we got to grab this. All right, make it LGBTQ. Make it about MLB or, BLM and make it about pronouns. When now we got the woke people got to say, I'm not woke, I'm awake, which is a labeling thing, which they did what they wanted to do. You know what I mean? Because now we're boxing ourselves in and it's fucking Metatron cube.
Well, it's worse than boxing yourself in. Okay, so there's a danger in identifying yourself as a chosen one.
There is. I know where you're going. I know exactly where you're going to go.
Existential danger.
Yeah.
Because you mark yourself for people and an algorithm that has been programmed to try to attack you.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, you are.
But it's the
Detrimental, and you
psychological
don't know it.
damage of identifying yourself as chosen means that you are forgetting that all of us are God.
Right.
And when we start separating ourselves from other people, divided we fall.
Facts. Facts, and that's what it is. It's exactly. That's why I just said the whole. How can I bridge the gap between us and Christians? Because our ideologies are very similar. It's just that they're believing in something outside themselves instead of inside. So that's my whole thing.
Well, the thing is I consider myself a Christian,
Mhm.
but through
Christ
the same
consciousness.
understanding that you have.
Right.
So
I'm a follower of
the thing
Christ,
is-
bro. I am.
Well, yeah. So that's Christian.
Yeah.
So the way you bridge the gap is
Mhm.
not by labeling it something that already has a meaning that can get the wrong meaning attached to it.
Mhm.
Because when the wrong meaning's attached to it,
Right.
they attach themselves to it.
Yeah, I know
And
exactly.
they're not willing to actually hear
Categorizing yourself.
like the
again.
reality. It's like,
Like a
people
spell.
who think that,
Yes.
like communism is communism, right?
Right.
Okay.
Or socialism, whatever you want to call it.
It's communism, it's all the same thing.
It's all the same
Right?
shit. Right.
So, if I were I've heard people who will admit the evils of Mao and Stalin,
Yeah.
then
But then push their ideologies.
yeah, they'll push
Yeah,
it.
I got what you're
But,
saying.
and they'll never call it
Right.
communism.
Right.
They'll call
It's
it
a different word.
Stalinism.
They dress
They'll
it up.
call it Maoism.
Right. It's
right?
all the same
You
shit,
know?
bro. That's the danger in labeling.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, what I
You
think
don't
would
even know
be,
what you
like,
are at.
more tactically advantageous, and this is just from like a spy's,
Perspective.
tactical,
Perspective.
is if we do, instead of labeling, the highlighting of commonalities.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I got what you're
Like-
saying.
Oh, I get okay. So when I made a video, a couple of them were, I think one was like robbing Black America and the civil rights movement was hijacked.
Yes. Yes, it
And-
was.
When I made the video, like I think one of them, the first one was, have you guys noticed that on Netflix, every single movie that where the cast is a bunch of millennial dudes like us,
Mm-hmm.
right? Why is it that the Black dude always has to be the gay one? Right.
Message.
Why are they doing that?
Right.
And then I saw that Ricky Stenicki bullshit.
right. Yeah, Ricky
was painful to
Stenicki.
watch.
Yeah.
I couldn't watch it. Like we were watching part of it. We're like hoping it's gonna get better. And you see this
Ricky
humiliation
Stenicki.
ritual go down in there. And not only is the Black dude gay, but his character
So it's the
bitch
demasculation
in
of
the
the man, bro. That's what
and
it
the
all
other
is.
man is a bitch too.
Yeah.
It's,
All the
it's
demasculation.
two
Population
feminine
control.
dudes.
They're trying to create less babies from being created. They're also unaliving the babies. It all goes back to the 2030, 2050. Also, you don't know about the climate clock. That's, I think, reaching. I think it's got 4 years left now. And that's different. We're going to talk
we
about
need
that
to
later.
organize
Huh?
against it.
Right? Say that again?
I'm gonna do that. I am doing that.
Listen, we're going to go eat dinner. It's been on for like an hour and a half. Bro,
All right.
I love you. If you don't give your
Love you
last
too, bro.
2-3 minutes, you want to say anything with a message, and I'm going to end with a message. That's what we'll do before we leave, wherever we get off. We'll say, you know what? I want to tell y'all this, do that. Give the people 2 minutes of uncut rawness, whatever you want to say. It could be positive, it could be inspirational, or it can be, listen, you need to pay attention to this. Do you. Your 2 minutes is on.
All right. Look, no matter what you guys see about what this world is doing, how it's trying to divide people and blah, 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 fuck all that shit.
Mm.
You have a lot of power in just the ripple effect that you have on everyone around you, and it's none of your fucking business what that effect is. But as long as you are doing what's in the best interest of your soul, just have faith in that ripple being good. Now,
Talk to him.
if we all did that, understand that is the one thing that no one controlling this matrix wants you to ever do. Okay? Now, this world, it's both a simulation and it's a hijacked matrix, all right? This is the devil's domain. You are in hell.
Talk to
But like,
him.
why does the devil exist? Why the fuck do you exist?
Talk to him. They ain't ready for that.
All right? You exist because of boundless, reckless, unconditional love. This is hell. All right? You have freedom of will to determine where you're going to go. You never always existed, but you will exist forever. I mean, you might have had past lives or whatever, but you don't want to be stuck in that cycle, and there's a way out.
Right.
There really is.
That's what we're finding out.
And the worldly here doesn't define you. And anything that you're feeling in that moment, your feelings could be dictated by thoughts that do not belong to you. They're not your creation. All right?
Oh,
so
powerful.
Allow what defines your reality to be how you execute upon your intentions. And your intentions, don't follow your heart. That's bullshit.
I'm gonna clip this.
when your conscience is aligned with the way you are acting, then you follow your heart because your heart is aligned with that. See, like, look, you're not looking into my office, all right? What you're looking at is a bunch of ones and zeros.
Talk to him.
Translated from what your intricate ass camera is picking up, or my camera is picking up, traveling through the world instantly. Same thing with your DNA. 4 different acids. Instead of ones and zeros, it's letters.
Yeah.
And that becomes the code. It's not the building blocks of shit. All right? You are what you eat. And those things tell your cells what to do with what you eat, but not just with what you eat. We quantify it it's worldly as carbohydrates, proteins, carbs. No. You are, that's the alchemy. You're also the people you surround yourself with.
Message.
So there's meaning and sanctity. Who you surround yourself with, what you listen to, what you choose to focus on, what thoughts you choose to focus on. And understand there's meaning and sanctity to the way you go about this reality. That all that energy, all that food, that becomes the program for which you walk about this simulation.
And then
you were the ultimate communion between a naturally monogamous species, a genetic combination of two, an epigenetic combination of two. Now, if you can see yourself as the miracle as you are as a matter of fact, then there's nothing stopping you. It's just none of your business to know what it is that your purpose for, other than for being the best you can be.
Fact.
You want to get something you never had?
Go ahead.
You've never done before. Treat yourself as though you're not you. That's how I tried to do it.
That's hard. That's hard.
So I was someone I take a bullet for.
Yeah, right?
Which also sounds weird because
you gotta love yourself, bro.
So, like, I was going to take a bullet for me, I'd be dead. So.
It's a paradox. I'm gonna leave y'all. I like a lot of things you just said, bro. You said a lot of real shit. Actually, I don't even need to say nothing. You kept it right where it is, straight up. Stop.
I'm fucking just receiving the right.
Yeah, I ain't even gonna follow that. I got nothing to say. That was right.
Wouldn't have been able to do that if I wasn't in this environment.
The camera systems that are your optics, that are your eyes. Yes. Which could be out there.
And go to your app
I'm gonna keep going.
And download every app that detects cameras and anything transmitting.
Right. You are being watched whether you know it or not.
Oh yeah, constantly.
Remember, there's a part of this segment where he was talking about beings that are controlling our reality, and whether they're interdimensional or not, that's for you to figure out and go down your own rabbit hole. But I would definitely, I'm gonna clip that one part. I would definitely be looking into things that are stranger than fiction. But that's it for me and Mr. Tommy. We will probably be on again this week because that's my guy. Of course, I love you, Tommy. You already know.
Love you too, bro.
Yo, I went to sleep last night. I woke up. I saw the message that you had. I'm sorry I didn't answer them, but I was out. Remember, we have a 2-hour difference. So what's 9 o'clock to you is 11 o'clock for us.
Oh, shit.
You got to remember that.
I'm like permanently jet lagged.
I know. You're like, why isn't he answering? It's 9:30.
Oh, no.
I'm sleeping.
I think I was just calling.
Nah, you're good, bro.
Time, dude,
I figured something happened.
put it on speakerphone and drunk dial someone.
I figure something happened. Tommy, I love you, bro. Again, June 26th, for the ones that know, I will be doing a podcast with all of y'all, but where it's like this, it'll be 10 of y'all on the screen, and I'll be cutting one of y'all on and off, and I'm going to interview you guys. You guys can ask me any question for me to answer. You guys will be the topic. I love all of you. Give everybody, Coach Tommy, a round of applause, please. Thank you. Thank you for coming through, bro. You're much loved. Thank you for your sacrifice. Yeah! Yeah! Tammy Stefano, awesome. Remember the name. Look for her. I love all y'all. Peace to the guys, man.